Why did Jesus tell you not to resist evil? And aren't you instructed elsewhere to do the opposite?
But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. Matthew chapter 5, verse 39.
There are a number of ways to look at this verse, but before we explore them, we need to see the apparent contradiction to broaden our focus.
Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James chapter 4, verse 7.
The elements we are discussing here include evil individuals bent on hurting us, evil in a more abstract sense including the devil, plus effort versus effortlessness. When Jesus gave his Sermon on the Mount, which included the Beatitudes, he taught us to turn the other cheek, to give the shirt off our back, and to walk the extra mile. These are not to be done grudgingly or with resentment, but with joy. Understanding this is difficult at first, but consider these facts. We are all connected to one another through Adam, God's first son. This is not only on a genetic level, but also on a spiritual level. When you give this much to the other person, it is an act of love and generosity. For some reason, they feel the need to do these things, and you should be grateful for the opportunity to give them exactly that for which they ask, so long as it does not violate any of God's laws. Another reason to turn the other cheek has to do with taking 100% responsibility for their acts against you. And when you think about this, you see that by taking full responsibility for their attacks, you are assuming their viewpoint. It's almost as if you are the one doing those things to you. This is your gift. This is the depth of your love for them that you would be willing to give to them your willing sacrifice. They may have blinding hate in their minds or simply annoyance, but you ignore their burden and forgive them completely for it. And another benefit by doing this, you gain full freedom from being a victim. In fact, once you take 100% responsibility, it becomes impossible to be a victim. In heaven, there is no scarcity and no effort. Fighting against such an attack on the physical level is thus incompatible with heaven. When the Israelite kings had God on their side, they did not effort to overcome their enemies. God weakened their foes and made them tremble. Resisting the devil, as it says in the book of James, is all about turning your back on him, just as Jesus turned his back on Satan in the wilderness. And if you look more closely within your own heart, when you resist the devil, it is not a physical confrontation with someone, but more a resistance to temptation. By turning your back on the devil, you give him no sway over your heart. When we do not know what to do, God can tell us.
Wait on the Lord. Psalm chapter 27, verse 14.
You need to be patient, not because God is busy. Time means nothing to God. If you are in a hurry, God will take a very long time. But if you are sublimely patient, loving every moment in anticipation of God's reply, then his answer could come in an instant. The challenge is not with God, but with you. God can tell you instantly what to do next, but you are not always ready to listen. When you use effort on spiritual matters, you are putting earth above heaven, and that is backwards.